Yo, what's poppin', man? It's your boy Word back on the WatztheWord channel. Back at it again with Amber Victoria. About to jump into another reaction video. I am excited about this one, man. This has been like a relationship forming over the internet between us, Tom, and Tom fans. This record is called The House or This House, one of those. They have been requesting, y'all have been requesting this record quite a bit. I've been seeing a lot of people saying either this record, I don't care. We've done, I think, 4 already by him. We've done No Response, Fake Woke, Canceled, and what's the other joint? We did one more by Tom. Canceled, Fake Woke, Sober.
Sober.
And No Response.
Picture him in that.
Yeah. And they all have had like their own kind of individual narratives, different takeaways from each record. And a lot of his music help explain other records by him. Is the best way to kind of go about saying that. And thanks to y'all been killing it as far as like in the comments, letting us know what to check out, how to kind of go about the journey in the rabbit hole of time. Because like when you're on this reaction page and like a part of this community, it kind of is a journey. Like if you're not fully aware of who you covering, aware of who you reacting to, and a lot of times you discover new artists from this, like either from y'all, like a lot of y'all are not only talking about Tom, y'all are recommending some other people that kind of fit his same mold or got their own identity with their music. So you kind of get a lot of new information and a lot of new discovery from checking out new artists, and Tom has been probably the biggest example of that. And yeah, what you think about Tom? So far, we 4 records in, going into the 5th one. What you think?
I mean, I just agree with what you're saying. I'm just learning a lot about the guy and doing these reviews.
You said agree or disagree?
Agree. Did it sound like I said disagree?
Yeah. Yeah, nah. That's what's up, man. Yeah, it's definitely been interesting, and I'm it's definitely always got me something to come back to the reaction page. Like, yo, I'm looking forward to doing this one on the next one, and seeing what y'all responses are and having them conversations. Cause like I said, man, definitely comment. Make sure you got a profile picture so we can have some real dialogue. And I know it's somebody behind them screens. And shout y'all out too, man. Letting y'all know I'm starting to shout y'all out in every video. Start picking y'all out and putting y'all name on there. But as right now, I'm gonna just shout everybody out. Keep liking, keep subscribing, and we're gonna keep reacting. So let's get into it. All right. Yeah, it's This House by Tom MacDonald, White Boy Response.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure. I want to say a lot of people request this. I don't know if White Boy's response is to like what people were said, because I think he got a record called White Boy, and he may have caught a lot of people attention, and a lot of fandom and commodity was around it. So I think he's responding kind of to that and what people reaction or response to that actual record was.
So then, do we gotta listen to White Boy?
Yeah, we probably should listen to that one first, but. You know, y'all requested this one a lot, so we going by for y'all, but let's see.
Lately, everyone been talking crazy. Feel like everybody's got some to say. They misinterpreted my good intentions and expected I was just gonna step away. If there's a heart,
somebody put that in there.
I hate when people say that. That's not cool. Kill yourself.
Oh yeah, you suck. Cool. Garbage. You're a racist.
Worst rapper ever. Now they
stop
playing.
Making music.
They just saying anything now.
Yeah, I mean, I can somewhat. I mean, not these the way they wording this stuff, but a lot of like I can understand a lot of controversy around his name and his music.
Yeah.
But some of these remarks and comments are just out of pocket. I mean, all of them really are. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, but these people, I think, just only looked at one record and just kept it moving. But let's see what he got going. We're gonna probably do White Boy next though.
Lately, everyone been talking crazy. Feel like everybody's got some to say. They misinterpreted my good intentions and expected I was just gonna step away. If there's a heart that pumps and there's a breath to take, then I won't bite my tongue as long as I'm awake. And they don't have the guts to make a dumb mistake. I'd rather crash a car than never touch the brakes. I built this in-house. They're the kind of people that be dying for exposure. They're the kind of people that
okay. He going crazy already. He addresses stuff very well. Like, he can speak.
And he get right to it.
Yeah, he get right to it. He addressed things very well, and you're not going to kind of misconstrue his response to, like, what people were saying about him for sure. At least on this record for sure.
There's a breath to take, then I won't bite my tongue as long as I'm awake and they don't have the guts to make a dumb mistake. I'd rather crash a car than never touch the brakes.
Breathing, he'll rather take a
They're the kind of
chance
people
and
that be
not
dying
do
for exposure. They're the kind of people that get mad and lose composure. They're the kind of people that are never going forward. They're just the ones that are looking for apologies. Hating real loud, but they follow me, screaming at the top of their lungs. I'm the scum of the earth in the same damn breath, trying to preach about equality. Back before I wrote the song on race, they all ignored that I had something great. They tried to edge me out, they didn't hear my bars. They tried to tell me that I wasn't built for fame. Fast forward to when I'm paid. I ain't spend a dollar on the chain. I'll get my mama a house, I'll get my dad a car, I'll make my sister rich, she'll never work again. And this hater is so underwhelming. I'm conditioned for all the abuse. Seeing the reaction videos all blowing up, and you're welcome for all of the views. Blow up my Twitter. Y'all just keep making me bigger. Y'all just keep showing you're triggered. Y'all just keep missing the
Hey, shout out to Tom, man. Like, I genuinely came across you like I had no clue. And, bro, like the fans and just the people in the comments, they would question you, know what I'm saying? Like, you just keep doing your records. But I think the best way to describe him when I pull away from his music is like describing him as just like an ultimate misfit. You know what I'm saying? Like he just his own independent way of thinking. And a lot of times that rub people the wrong way, which is why he received a lot of that controversial response to a lot of the things he be saying in his music, or just his stances. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna call out everybody in every situation, so everybody's gonna feel a way about everything he's talking about. All that everything stuff, dog. But yeah, like he definitely is a commodity, man. It's a few people that's kind of in that same lane, like that Dax dude is kind of in that same lane with a lot of stuff around his name too.
point and I keep doing me, y'all ain't nothing to even consider. Man, I built this house. I'm the kind of person making music with a purpose. You the kind of people that be hating on the surface. I'm the kind of you ain't used to, the kind of make you nervous. Yeah, back before I even wrote the record, I can see this coming like a fortune teller. Rent a calm sea, don't make a skilled sailor, so I thank the heavens for the stormy weather. Okay, fast forward to when we're old and gray. I'll be looking back at when they posted hate, and it will hurt a bit, but it was worth it when your dream is getting hurt, no matter what they say. I try conveying that I love us all, and the way I did it left them so appalled. I used a broken arm to try and break their walls, no matter what they say, they know it took balls. I surveyed the land and I found a location, unloaded the lumber and pounded the stakes, and I blended the bones of the people who hated with blood and cement. Then I poured the foundation, I built the frame with all my guilt and shame, and then I chiseled my name and the date in the basement. I carved my initials and all of the boards and the beams that are needed for structural greatness. No record label, no distribution, no cosign, no publicist, no manager, no teammates, no money to make up my budget with, no groceries, no studio, no booking agent, no bucket list, no PR, no marketing, just fans. Man, we built this house where my days end and it's fake.
That's dope.
It's dope, but to kind of push back on what he's saying though, it's like, how consistent do you make that bleed through your music before we kind of get exhausted by it? You know what I mean? Like, that's something to be proud of. And like I said, like, I don't know the order of all these songs, but people listen to music just for what it is and where they are. Like, a lot of times you're not, like, when I first got on some of the artists I love today, I necessarily didn't go back and listen to the beginning of their music until after I appreciated what I liked initially from them. And so you just taking it for what it is. But, you know, with only being about 5 records in, that's kind of a consistent narrative in his music that I think from the people that are not fans of him would kind of maybe be a turnoff.
Tired of hearing it.
Yeah, you can get tired of that for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, we understand that like, just saying that you independent covers everything that you said in the other lines. And I get going into depth about it and explaining, like, because, you know, people do say independent, but everybody is not truly independent as far as, like, not having a manager, not having a label, not having a partnership. So it's levels to that, so I understand that. But he always does a thorough job of kind of breaking it down. So that's just to have an objective view on his music and how people can come away kind of turned off or maybe even exhausted if that's kind of something that bleeds through his music so potently. But it's still a salute to his grind. It's just like something I've been noticing from record to record, being that it's the 5th record I'm hearing from him.
Yeah, but most of the records that we listening to kind of a response to something that people are saying about him versus when you listen to, what's the song, Sober? That's more like
Sober
a
is
song
like
of
his story, like
right, telling his story versus the other songs sound like it's literally a response to something.
Right. Yeah.
Cancel, people trying to cancel him. It's literally just a response. So he's going to let you know, this is what I did to get here. You can't take me down. So, I mean, I think it's just the records that we listening to that's all we getting thus far.
Yeah. Well, that could be partially true for sure. But it's always definitely something there to kind of come away with and have an opinion on. Like, he ain't just a boring. He's so far from boring and just not coming away from having anything to say about his music. You always got something to kind of comment on with his music for sure. But that's another thing that is interesting though. I wonder how the experience will be when you listen to a full project by him.
Right.
You know, if he takes you on a whole roller coaster of this, or is it just kind of a mixture of everything? I'm not sure like where he is with his album releasing, like if he just came off of releasing one or he's got one coming up. But I would maybe consider do an album review on him for sure in the future, and to see how that kind of plays out.
Yeah, I think if we listen to White Boy, it won't be one of these type of records. Mm-hmm. This is just what he's
probably
saying.
Be more so a story type situation. Yeah, I could
based
definitely
on
agree.
People coming at him for whatever reason.
Yeah, man. Let us know in the comments for sure about that album review idea. Let us know like where he kind of is in this album timeline. If he just dropped one, if he got one coming out, and if y'all even try to even see reactions or reviews, more so reviews, to people like Tom, because I know reactions kind of do a little crazier, but album reviews because they a little bit lengthier. But let us know, man, and I think we definitely gonna do White Boy response. But let's continue this and finish it out.
And they bury me with that only key. My biggest fans gon' break in with a Ouija board and a box of chalk. Draw a pentagram, hail Satan. Try to bring me back from that wooden box y'all tried to fill my grave with. Then I'll sit on the roof with the rifles I hid in the fridge, and they'll shoot at the men on the ridge who are coming to undo the work that I did. Then they'll block off the highway that leads to the crib and put sensors on all of the boards on the bridge so they know when they're coming to empty the clip. Then they'll cut all the bodies and cut off the skin. Then connect all the pieces with needles and pins and attach it to 10 feet of branches and twigs and then plant it in mud till it stands in the wind. And they'll stand there and look at this shit that we did that we never imagined we do because of them. Our blood and sweat and tears went into what we built till we were bags. So we used blood and sweat and tears of enemies to build our flag. We built this house, we laid these bricks, we set these traps, these flames we lit. Our haters doused in gasoline they brought to try and torch us with. Let them hate, dog. Everyone will have something to say, dog. Their opinions don't mean trying to judge your engine by your paint job. Gravestone, I'm a cheap death.
I like that line.
I ain't seen yet.
Trying to judge your engine by your paint job.
I got my feet wet. We're trying to dream more and sleep less. Avoid the pills when we're depressed. Remember to not be too hard on ourselves. If we cut deep enough, we all bleed red. Man, you never know when it's time to go. Heaven's open when the bars are closed. So seize the moment. Don't leave it hoping. You'll breathe tomorrow. You could be a ghost. I'm living mine like the finish line is right in front of me. Made a fishing wire so I'll never see it till it's too late. When God shakes my hand, please celebrate. Please celebrate. Please celebrate. Please celebrate. Please celebrate. Please celebrate.
I like that echo. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. That's time for you. How you feel about that record? What was that record called again?
I keep calling it White Boy Response. This house.
This house.
What he talking about? I guess how he built this house with his fans.
Yeah, built this platform, built everything where he is today, and how he pretty much takes all the hate and all the, the flack he receives from the haters or the people that try to oppose him, and just really put it back into his passion and
keep building the house.
Building the house, yeah, building everything a part of his brain, which is smart. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I feel like that's a huge contribution to kind of the Tom MacDonald brand. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Being a misfit and being somebody that people want to count out, but proved all odds wrong. Mm-hmm. And he thrives off of that. You know what I mean? And I think anybody knows, not anybody, but people that maybe be in less fortunate situations or situations where, like, now we know a little bit of his story, like being such at a low point in life and being surrounded by people that were not in a good headspace, but being able to foresee his future past them. Mm-hmm. You would come out on the other end of that with a lot of pride and being proud of where you are now.
Absolutely. I
can hear that. And you do have to uphold your brand, so it has to be something consistently preached throughout so that people were reminded and it's embedded in their mind.
And even it might just be encouraging to some people just to hear that.
He knows his fans better than we know his fans. Mm-hmm. So if this is what they like and love, and this is impacting their lives and where they are, and it's meeting them, it's steadily pulling people out of those trenches and pulling them to the other side of life, then you keep on feeding and pumping that out. I'm just speaking from a distant ear, somebody that's not actually listening to Tom on a regular day basis. his music is definitely made and carved out for a certain crowd, like, which is great. That's why you build such a fanatical fan base, because it's a lot of them, but it's only so many that are like that amongst the masses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but man, you get a nice amount of numbers that people are super passionate about you about. It'll look like it's the same amount that somebody even at a bigger level got.
Oh yeah.
Because those fans are hardcore, every one of them, instead of like a pile of them. So I get it. It makes sense. It makes sense, man. Man, let us know, man. Like we said earlier, like, I think we gonna jump into that White Boy next. I think that record is needed to kind of figure out everything that all happened with this record. And let us know about that idea about doing an album review. And how are his albums? Like, do y'all love his albums? Do y'all think he's just more so a song to song type of artist? Because I really haven't heard much of you guys talk about projects,
right?
But y'all always pinpointing songs. So I'm interested to see what that look like.
Do you think he has projects, or if he more like how Russ used to be, where it just be a whole bunch of singles?
I'm not sure. I would imagine he has projects as well, but I'm not sure. I haven't really delved all the way into his discography. But yeah, let us know in the comments, man. And like I said, I'm gonna keep shouting y'all out. Keep on commenting, like, comment, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, man. We appreciate y'all. Probably, I think we over 500 now. We trying to get 1,000 next. So man, keep that in mind. Keep sharing, and we out of here after that one.
Did it before and I do it again.